Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been such a long time since I made a video, but I promise I haven't disappeared from the face of the planet. I'm still here, and I'm ready to start making videos again. Regular, hopefully consistent videos. I know I was never good at being consistent, but I have this whole new mindset about my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update in this video and tell you what I've been up to and what my plans are for my channel moving forward. So I took a break from YouTube just because I was going through some mental things. I have really bad anxiety, so I just wasn't in the right headspace to work on my channel. A lot of things have changed in the last several months of my life, so I was just dealing with a lot of different things, and I just didn't have the mental capacity to focus on YouTube. But I've really missed it, and it just felt like it was time to come back. I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do with this channel. I'm going to change it a little bit, but it's still mostly going to be focusing on books. So the big announcement I have to make is that I am writing a novel. I haven't really talked about my writing on the channel. I know I mentioned that I was going to do NaNoWriMo, but I haven't really talked about much beyond that. Recently, I really started wanting to focus more on writing. So I met with a friend who is a very independent person. She writes a lot of her own comics and she publishes stuff out here. So I was like, I want to talk to somebody who's done it. And she just gave me a lot of encouragement, and she actually encouraged me to write this story that I have had in the back of my mind since middle school. In January, I already started planning this other story, but when I talked to her about this older story, I kind of realized that even though I do like the new one I came up with, I was kind of thinking more of what people would want to read versus what I want to write. So I was convinced that, yeah, I should go back to that story that I came up with in middle school. There's a lot of passion behind that story because it's been in my mind for so long. And what I really like about this project is that because I started in middle school, I've checked in on it every couple years and add a little bit more to it. So there's so many different influences from my life. And I feel like it's given it a really nice character, and there's just so many different things. I really like seeing internally the process that has changed it a lot. It's nothing like what it was when I came up with the idea in middle school, except for the very, very core to it, which I'm not ready to talk about yet. It is a fantasy, I'll reveal that. But what I think is really what makes it special, especially to me, is just the character's arc and just the lessons that she learned. It's very much about a person growing up. It is a young adult, so it is about somebody coming into who she is and learning to accept who she is, and I'm very excited about it. So I'm going to be incorporating writing more into my channel. I don't know if I'm going to give writing advice. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet. I know I definitely want to document the writing process. Right now, I've started writing it, so some of the planning is done. I've kind of found that I'm planning by act, so my first act is planned, and I'm currently writing that. I have the story as a whole planned out, and then as I get into each act, then I plot them out a little bit more. So far that's been working for me, but I am only in Act 1, so we'll see if that bites me in the butt when I get to Act 3. But aside from that, I just kind of want to focus my channel in general on storytelling. I found that between loving writing and being a video editor as a profession, that is my overall passion in life, is storytelling. Because that's my favorite part of editing too, is putting a story together. Especially, I work on documentary style for the most part, so I really like that you get this script, but you still have to find where the story is oftentimes. So I'm not going to look just into books, I'm going to look into movies and maybe video games or board games for sure. Video games aren't really my thing, but we'll see where it takes me. Anime, anything is open. Animation, big Disney fan, still gonna show plenty of Disney stuff. But yeah, the main point of this video is just to tell you guys I'm writing. I finally got myself into that, and I really want to focus on the struggles of somebody with anxiety, because I feel like that's, on the internet often, not all the time, but a lot of times people just show you the best of their lives, and that's completely understandable because a lot of it is very personal. But I think it's very important to show people who struggle with any sort of mental health that you can still do things, because that's definitely something that I needed to hear which actually I recommend if you do struggle with believing yourself or anything like that. I really recommend going to check out that Mr. Rogers documentary. I learned that Mr. Rogers is not just a show for kids. Like, there's so many deep life lessons that it's actually very useful for adults to at least watch the documentary, because they just cut back to all these really big moments from the show. And I was like, wow, those are some things that I even needed to hear. So I just want to show you guys kind of what I struggle with. I'm not sure how deep I'll get into it, but I definitely do want to just show that it is possible to write even when you're telling yourself that you can't do it, because if I can do it, you can definitely do it too. So that's gonna do it for this video, and I will see you guys really soon. I'm really excited to be back to my channel, so thank you so much for watching.